Boop. Let's do a harvest. Love harvesting. Love getting my dudes to hit houses and buildings. Oh boy. Still have more things to level up, huh? Alright, well, we'll make a nice town of it eventually. One of these days. Wait, we have money. What am I doing? Try and hit that fucking one up there. Alright, there we go, cool. Wheel rate's level 4. Sir, what's your thing again? Balls no longer deal direct damage, but AoE and status effect damage is increased by 4 times. No baby balls. Gestures towards genitals. No baby balls. Oh. Grayed out? Oh. Okay. Interesting. This is fine. Let's go. Okay, so the real answer is you want to pair this guy up with people who are going to do area of effect damage. Because that's damage right there. Yeah, it was very funny showing my mom clips of, It's Always Sunny Charlie, and her being like, yeah, this is Shepard. Like, she sees it. We all see it. It's in there. Alright, come on. Let's get this done. We yearn to escape the mushroom area beneath us. Only I had the other laser that fires in the other direction. Father, I crave cheddar. Like money or like cheese? These are the real questions that you need to ask yourself. Cheese? Well, I mean, that's fine, I guess. I mean, simply eat cheese. We were talking about just eating cheese. Don't get us back on the Alfredo discussion. Mostly because I know he'll disagree with me. I wonder if Shepard's ever had sloppy steaks. That's a real... that's a real wonder. That's why I'm pissed and ordered takeout and gave a red sauce. That's really funny. I dumped Alfredo sauce on the red sauce. Yeah, but like, fettuccine Alfredo is not supposed to have a sauce. The sauce is supposed to be just cheese and butter. We're back to the Alfredo discussion. That's it. I'm gonna stop the conversation there. Because I know Shepard will not agree. Some hills are worth dying on. No, why did you pick this, you creature, you fool of a man? This one's working out. The damage is at least decent, you know? We could get a little more AoE action going in. But other than that, it's fine. God damn it. Why the bug, man? Why the bug? You don't realize how much damage that the baby balls do until you don't have them. A sentence that I'm sure almost nobody else has said in history. See, that would be an amazing historical record. Like... imagine consuming pasta and meatballs with such reluctant hatred. Dude, I was saying earlier, Italians, like, don't like to put meat in their pasta. They like to serve them separately. And when I found that out, I gained a newfound respect for Italians. Swamp Ray! Let's go! Yeah, today I learned Italians, despite all indications, don't know how to make good pasta. It's all Italian Americans. Italy is very specific about how they like things. They're very, very picky. And I can respect this. It's even more funny when you think about the fact that noodles, as like an Italian dish, is combining a thing they learned from China with a thing they took from South America. It's like realizing that the thing the Irish are known for, potatoes, is like an export of South America. Where you're like, culturally that feels wrong, but it is true. I think about that sometimes with, like, Canadians. Where it's like, what's something in the world that we are known for that's just not us? Like, America's known for a lot of things that are Canadians. Like basketball and actors that are associated with you guys and like a lot of stuff like that. But I'm trying to think like what's something that's like really Canadian but isn't. Like what's Canada's equivalent of like fucking what do you call it? It's escaping my mind. Like curry. How curry is, like, associated with, like, Japan and Britain. But, like, it has nothing to do with either of those places. Only thing I know about Canada is French Canada, beef hockey, and maple syrup. That's about it, honestly. I mean, we've got, like, a thriving, like, acting scene. Thought curry was Indian? So, the thing is, modern curry is not really Indian. Modern curry is based on a extrapolation that was made in Britain relatively recently by an Indian guy. So, what happened was basically a Indian guy moved to Britain, made his, like, own bootleg version of curry, and then that's the one that took over the rest of the world. Like, a proper Indian curry does not really super resemble, like, the modern idea of it, in very much the same way that, like, a Chinese noodle dish doesn't resemble ramen. Like, they're very similar, but they're not, you know? I know Canada argues they invented the telephone. Listen, you can take that up with fucking Alexander Graham Bell, okay? I don't think that's true at all. I'm talking about modern curry, not like the invention of curry itself. I'm meaning the version that everybody eats nowadays. He's dead as fuck, though. Both of these guys are dead as fuck. That's kind of the nature of time. But also, like, the telephone thing is, like, more of arguing who's the patent holders at this point. Because, like, a lot of things were convergent, you know, creation back then. They should have taken the biotransference. Oh. I had to stretch. I feel like Canada saying that we invented, like, hockey might be a stretch. But I think that's just because, like, we did kind of steal a lot of that from lacrosse. Which we then also stole. As usual, when I'm out, I'm attracting the gay or bisexual men. Why? Buddy, I wish I could tell you, because, like, you are not an attractive man to me. And I don't mean that physically necessarily. I just mean, like, as a personality, I would not try to date you. Just not doing it. What else can we level up here? Wheelwright. No. Yeah. Some people are saying you're just too personable and charming. Maybe. I don't know if I'd agree, but maybe somebody. Alright. So you've done everything. Except for mushrooms. You've done everything. You've done everything. You haven't done mushrooms. You haven't done mushrooms. You haven't done mushrooms. You haven't done anything. You haven't done the desert. You haven't done the desert either. You've done everything but mushrooms. Okay. This is fine. Fill him up with drugs. Also, I think Shepard skips his meds every day because I don't think that Shepard has taken his meds in years. Okay, this guy with the ghost lady is a super powerful combo, actually. Because we just shoot them down and then absorb them. Huge get, honestly. Been off meds for a few years now. There you go, see? I know what I'm talking about. Meds equals feds. There's a few people I definitely think should be medicated. My uncle is one of them. When my uncle is not medicated, he is fucking erratic, man. That guy's all over the place. I haven't seen my uncle for more than like 2 days in weeks, and he lives here. Allegedly. Is this Uncle Ricky? Who? My uncle is Uncle Randy. Like Shepard's testicular cyst. Yeah, no, that tracks. In fairness, they were named separately. Guy who showed up specifically to piss off Rachel. It's less, like, specifically to, and more just incidentally. So, like, Randy had a consistent job. It was a good job. He liked the job that he was working at. He was very satisfied where he was. And then suddenly he just went off kilter and hated his job and he hated everything and he was miserable and he was unhappy and he wasn't taking his medication and he quit his job, and it was like the week before Rachel came up to stay. And so we were like hoping that we would have like a little bit of time alone together, and then instead we had a grown, depressed man stalking around the house like a sad ghost. So, you know. And now he's gone. But, like, statistically, the chance is that Rachel will come up here, and then he's just gonna materialize, because Rachel luck, right? So the assumption is, like, she'll come up for, Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving. And when she comes up here, she's just, like, gonna summon him by accident. Shepard, your stories continue to be ridiculous. Absolutely unhinged. Yeah, nobody tell Neo about the fact that I have applied for a job working with children again. Not exactly, like, my dream job, but, you know. I'll take, like, part-time working at the local youth center for the small children. I mean, Shepard's got a more interesting life than I do, Hickory, that's for sure. Because right now, my existence is basically just everything that you see on stream. Ouch. Excuse me, asshole. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Lasers, buddy. Lasers. This will solve all of my problems. Haven't even been to Ohio yet. Yep. Shepard's gonna go to Ohio and somehow Ratma is gonna be real. Like... like, a fictional creature will come into existence. For him. I wonder if I can combine any of these things that I currently have going on. I'm not gonna lie, there is a part of me that's like, hey, if, like, America stops being like it is right now, like, when shit calms the fuck down, maybe I'll go there for a bit and, like, go around with Rachel to places. But, like, right now, I don't want to go. I don't really particularly feel like being detained because somebody pulls up the TheNoidBag on YouTube and watches, like, a couple episodes of something and goes, hey, what's this comment about, like, guillotines? What's this about supporting the French? Okay, the shotgun is really funny, because it bouncing around back there is, like, causing chaos. Yeah, Oklahoma's not much better. But Hickory, have you ever considered Ohio? I would love to come and check out the Kennedy Space Museum. That sounds extremely like me, to be honest with you. Ohio? Yeah, one time Shepard didn't know the difference between Ohio and Iowa. Like, again, it's a real It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia moment. Have you considered that a lot of astronauts being from Ohio might mean that people from Ohio desperately seek to leave the planet? They want to leave this world behind. I feel like anyone that's from, like, a flyover state should watch the television show Corner Gas and see if it feels the same. Like, I'm really curious if Corner Gas translates to Central Americans. But not people from Central America, but, like, from the middle of America. There's also goblins in the caves of Kentucky. Excuse me? My friend's family is from Kentucky. Apparently it sucks. It's really funny, though. I think all we had in Oklahoma was skinwalkers and old meth cooks. Dude, the skinwalker thing's really funny, because, like, I remember when skinwalkers used to just be, like a cool myth thing, and then people started taking them really seriously. It's like Wendigo. People used to be like, the Wendigo is a cool Native American spirit. And then it just became like a bunch of people like, if you hear a weird sound in the woods, shut the fuck up. You don't know what's out there. Don't anger the spirits. It's like, buddy, I'm not gonna cannibalize anybody. We're fine. We're good, in fact. If you hear a sound in the woods, stop digging in yo butt. Sure, man. Whatever you say. Clicks tongue and points with finger guns. Hey, there we go. If you hear a weird sound in the woods, it's probably a good idea to shut the fuck up, but, like, for normal reasons, coyotes or bears or horror antagonists. Yeah. True. Non-zero chance it's a 70-year-old with a shotgun who wants to kill somebody. Listen, you can say Dick Cheney, he's dead. My friend suggested we try ayahuasca or something and walk around in the woods in the dark. I declined. That's really fucking funny, though. That's really good. Alright, let's try the forest with these two. Yeah, like, Shepard would be like, I'm gonna drink this fucking mushroom cactus bullshit, and then go fucking die in the woods, and then, like, 4 days later, he's gonna emerge like a fucking, like, elder being covered in twigs and cuts. Isn't that the plot of The Forest, the movie? I couldn't tell you. Dude, the music in the fungal area fucking goes. Now, have you seen the movie Psycho Goreman? The Canadian action horror? Because if you haven't, you should. Psycho Goreman is peak? It really is. Fucking incredible movie. Oh, is this the movie with the big deer thing that's like a child of Loki? Yeah, that's cool. Great monster design. That's based on a book. You can also read it as a book. It's like Stalker, which is based on a book. There's a book, yes. Why read when you can watch? Letters are stupid. Shepard, here's the thing. I know you're joking to like rage bait a little bit, like you're being like a facetious little gremlin, but like America has an anti-intellectualism problem, man. We can't be saying these things. We can't be out here being like, why read when you can watch, when fucking literacy rates are as low as they are in North America and only getting lower. We need to re-engage the youth. We need to stimulate thought. We need to cultivate curiosity again. I can't tell whether it's bait or real. It's like mostly bait. Because like Shepard has read, he's just not a book guy. Like, there was a period in Shepard's life where he read like a ridiculous amount of Buddhist literature. Sometimes I wonder if maybe he would be served well by going back to reading like some Immanuel Kant, you know? Maybe like Shepard being a little bit drug infused, we need to introduce him to some Jungian psychology, the shadow of the self, you know? Yeah, he got like really into Buddhism for a while. It's a weird build, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, the fucking people that read Marcus Aurelius and, like, just various different thoughts on Stoicism are some of the most, like, frustrating fucking people to deal with in the real world. Because people will read about Stoicism and completely miss, like, everything that is important about Stoicism. And they'll just take it as, like, face value. No, you need to be an unfeeling, stern figure in life. You need to not care about anything and be a strong, independent man. And it's like, that's not what they're trying to teach you, motherfucker. The ancient Greeks and the Romans were extremely emotional people. It's about knowing that you should not be affected by things that you cannot change. And to, you know, compose yourself in a reasonable manner in order to be able to affect change on the things that you have control over. It's the strangest thing. I wonder if I can fuse these two things together and make like a sand ghost. Library is packed away. I'd have to pull it out to go on. Yeah. I've been really wanting to get like a lot of books on like ancient Mesopotamia lately. It's just been like it's been a thing stuck in my brain. Wow, we found a fucking thing here. Abbey? Okay. Increased experience game. Alright, nice. Like, spending my time the other day just being like, yeah, time to learn about this ancient Mesopotamian king whose entire reign came to an end because he pissed off the nobility because he wanted to assist the poor. And it's like, you're telling me a king was like, we need to treat the poor fairly, and he got fucked? Who would have guessed? Something mythological yaoi? Hey, China's got plenty of that, man. The whole fucking emperor with his cut sleeves because he didn't want to wake his gay consort. That's a real-ass feeling, also. Like, the sensation of, like, my partner is sleeping, I don't want to wake them. Oh, baby. Sand ghost. Gay rich people. Wow, sounds like modern day. I mean, China, until, like, really strong Confucian rule, like, it was pretty sexually libertine. Confucius showing up and being like, hey, stop being so queer and weird, was a lot like how the Western world kind of really started to push that after the Christians took over Rome, you know? Because, like, until then, Rome was like, yeah, you want to fucking do people? That's fine, man. Whatever you say, just don't be passive. Because as we've established, if you're queer, you're either like deleteriously poor or extremely wealthy. There's no in between. Obviously, there is an in between, but statistically speaking, if you are queer, you either have less money or more money than the average person. Mostly because rich gays tend not to have kids. And oftentimes come from a position of already existent wealth. It's not really in the past, like, 500 years. It's just kind of, like, back and forth. Gay and rich or gay and broke. The bisexual guy who introduced himself to me. Oh man, what did he say about the current economic findings for his life? Ouch. I was gonna say, could you die, please? Holy shit. I can't believe we're maxed out. That's crazy. Those upgrades really do be upgrading, huh? I'm the straightest F-slur you ever find. I can change tires. Dude, what does he think gay people are like? Like, have they never seen... I was talking about this to Rachel recently, like today. But, like, do they not know about, like, the steelworker gays that are just, like, working the fucking mill, getting ripped and sweaty? Like... Also, if you're rich, you tend to have a lot of skeletons in your closet anyway. So, like, that's just a fact of life, unfortunately. Oh, we did it. We got a casino! Shepard, don't go! We do have enough gears, though. I don't understand casinos, man. Like, like, I kind of get gambling with other people, but I don't really get gambling against an institution. You know what I mean? Like, that, does that make sense? Do I sound crazy? Like, 60 guys in a room all pooling their money together to see who wins, that's one thing. But, like, why am I gonna trust your slots, man? You could program that shit. And they do! As we all know, the homosexual is unable to do car maintenance. I'm gonna be real. Rachel can do a lot of that sort of stuff, and I can't. And it's really funny. Because, like, there's certain things where, like, the gender norms are so different between the two of us. And then there's some where it's like, you know, this is pretty normal. Alright, we gotta start moving stuff around here a little bit. Gonna grab you, Brack. Grab you, Brack? Grab you back over here. Oh, I didn't realize you level up from the inside. Alright, hold on. We're gonna start doing something here. Level 5s, you're gonna create your own little community. It's gonna be nice, it's gonna be insulated, you're not gonna have to deal with those low levels anymore. I want to be one of those old people who gamble 12 hours a day, rubbing the slot machine screens and shit. I mean, that's just like, go to Japan, get into Pachi slots, you know? Like, if you're gonna be into that shit, I guess it's over there. Yeah, the fact that you guys in the US get taxed really crazy for your stuff is so weird as like a Canadian. 'Cause like we don't do that, but like we get taxed on everything else. So it's like this real head scratcher, you know? Like you guys are getting taxed for that? Some of these are really weird buildings, I'm not gonna lie. It's so interesting, the ones that I can and can't upgrade. I do feel like at the end of this, I'm gonna try to make like a nice, pretty town. And I don't know why. Love joking about my old age because I don't know if I'll have one in political climate and Earth dying anyway. Yeah. Who knows? Doesn't like align right. Why does this one not align right? Why is this one all fucked up? Why is this one fucked up and bad? Alright, we're making Corridor Tua. So get ready for that. Oh, it's a weird shape. Talk Tua, kind of. I didn't anticipate it being so weird of a shape. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this is fine. Hey, nice. If she doesn't want a courtesy spit, I don't know. What does this mean? What the fuck is a courtesy spit? I'm being left behind here. Okay, you're leveled up to full. It's a Google question? Oh no. Bringing up what you said earlier, Noid, about being proactive in fulfilling my lesbian dreams, there are no third spaces. What do I do? Hey, you know what's a really great third space? Video games. This only works if you, actually have the confidence to talk to somebody, though. No, unfortunately, your age bracket doesn't mean, you know, I can advise too heavily on that, because I know some states are like, hey, are you under the age of 21? You can't get into clubs. And I wouldn't recommend a club anyway? Holy shit. Fucking turned into locusts there. What the fuck? Also, I mean, what do you want me to say about, like, going and becoming a proactive lesbian? I'm a guy that's had 2 relationships in my whole life. And those 2 relationships lasted 3 years in high school. And, like, 10 years after that. Have you considered signing up to your local FGC for Guilty Gear Strive events? So you can play with Brisket and fucking Testament. That's stereotyping. I shouldn't do that. That's not okay. But it is, like, not wrong. Two things can be true, you know what I mean? Alright, let's get us a new place unlocked. Noid is a soulless monster? I can be. It's okay because I found it funny. The gory grasslands. Alright, I'm gonna end this video there. It's a short one, but we'll start up another one in a second.